guys, Jim Bowers, Demunseed, back at you here on the YouTube network. Hey, I want to introduce you to a very, very close friend of mine. This is Foxy McClary, and Foxy and I have been good friends and partners in the art industry and the art community down here in Colfax and in Northern California for many, many years. So I want to introduce you to Foxy. Say hi to the Demunseed flabby ass schmucks out there.
Hi, Demunseed.
All right, Foxy, do me a favor. Give them a little bit of background on your art and where you got started and all that kind of thing.
Where I got started? I've been doing it since I was a little kid, say 1-2 years old. And
is that all you ever wanted to do?
That's all I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah. And
that's all.
And you studied art, right, in school?
Yeah, I ended up studying it. Well, actually, my parents had made sure that anytime we had a chauffeur or someone in the household had to be doing art. That's how they got hired.
And you were born in
Wuhan, China.
Wuhan, China. Now, what kind of an artist would you call yourself? I mean, what is your main medium?
I paint.
Yeah.
But then I use more than one medium in paint. But basically, I use acrylics right now.
Yeah. Now, we're going to take you on a little tour here around town. Foxy and I have painted several. How many murals would you say we've done together?
7?
Yeah.
I
Roughly.
think it's 7.
Yes, at least 7. And does that count Sonoma?
No, that makes 8. It's a destination.
I'll show you some pictures here of the shadow murals that Foxy and I have created together. I'm a full-time artist myself, just like Foxy. I've been painting since I was just a little kid. Tell them about the different murals we have in town here, and I'll drop in shots of those.
Okay. First, one was when Jim was walking along the wall on South Auburn. He noticed his shadow was quite distinct, and so he called me up, and we went over there, and we did a historical shadow on that one, and different people that were involved in the development of Colfax were in those murals. I mean, a Chinaman was for one of the first one, and they built the railroad. So we had a friend of ours pose as a Chinaman. He's a real Chinaman.
Yeah, tell them about how we actually got the shadows on the wall.
Okay, we do that in the evening. We put the person near the wall, and then we backlight them. No, not backlight them. How do we say that? We put a light from the street that throws their shadow onto the wall, and then we trace that shadow while they hold perfectly still. Mm-hmm. And
so we had like full action models in period costumes. Right. Yeah.
Even the horse and the animals on the mural, some of them are actual models.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had quite a time getting, Civil War reenactors and a hobo and
we even have 2 Indians on there too, and that took a while because they will not usually do anything in public with their costuming complete.
Yeah, so we did a full historic perspective on that one along South Auburn, and that one's called Shadows Past. And then what was the next mural we took on? That one's called Celebration.
Yeah, that one there with everybody. We just asked everybody in time to show up, and several people did, and it's a kind of a crowded mural, but everybody's greeting anybody coming down Amtrak toward Reno. They see us waving and say hi to them, and we even on the other side covered up put the word Colfax on the other side.
Right. And it's right on the railroad tracks on a Union Pacific utility shed. See, there's a technique on these shadow murals. It's not just black paint against the wall. If the wall is green, then when you cast your shadow on that wall, it's not a black silhouette you're throwing up there, it's a darker green or a shade of that same color that the wall is. We see tourists often that'll go up to one of these shadow murals and they'll stand on the sidewalk in front of it and then hold their hand out like they're shaking hands with the shadow. And they match. It looks like they became a part of the art.
And then we did another one on just children on the wall near the Sierra Vista Community Center and Children at Play.
Right.
Now
That one's called Glee over there.
Yes, and there we had to do a couple of shadows on our own, but still the parents were very happily, especially the Hubley family.
Let's move on to our next mural over here at the Colfax Corner Market. Describe that one.
Oh, that's of the old. I remember when I was a young kid going to the grocery store, and I remember kind of what he looked like. So we took another friend of mine in town and used him as a model. And he's in a section of the wall that may have been a window. And so I did a regular painting. It's not a shadow, it's a painting of the owner of the grocery store. They're handing a box to a shadow that's or picking up a box from someone that is delivering product to the store, and another woman walking down the street too.
Right. That's one of the things I really admire about Foxy is she's an absolute consummate portrait artist. Yeah, I'm an outdoorsy sort of landscape. I was never formally trained in portraiture, where Foxy and my daughter too is an outstanding portrait artist.
She's very good.
But I want to throw this out. If any of my Demunseed subscribers would like to get, let's say, a 11 by 14 portrait done, if they were to send you a photograph, what would you charge them to paint a portrait for them?
Generally, I've been charging about $300 for a portrait, which actually is not much when you consider canvas.
Oh, yeah.
And the cost of paints.
No.
And the time that's put into it. But that's pretty much that. But I talk to them about their circumstances.
Sure. Yeah, trust me, if you commission Foxy to paint a portrait for you, a family portrait, you're going to be absolutely thrilled to death. And I'll put her email down below so you can email her if you're interested. And just attach a JPEG photo to your email, and Foxy will get back to you with any questions she might have or particulars or whatever. We also worked on Sonoma.
Sonoma was a historical mural again. It showed the general that was in that area.
Yep, Vallejo. Yeah, they actually built that wall to our specifications, and I'll show you some pictures of it. But when they first built it, the redwood around each of the panels bled onto the white stucco, so it completely ruined all of our surface area. So we had to wait another 6 months for them to hire contractors to come in and repaint and restain and reseal, and we finally got down there. We spent a whole weekend in a motorhome, and we had live models there. Remember, we had
models there, and there were more horses. I think there's a
donkey and a goat.
That's going to do it for this edition of Demunseed here on the YouTube network. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, or if you'd like, drop Foxy an email at tinywhite13@gmail.com. Go on over to acesdeals.biz. Check out the Phantom 4 now in stock. The unique Q500H is just around the corner. Have a good evening. Don't forget, kiss the wife for me. And as always, make it a wet one. See you later. Bye-bye.